Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today we're doing another homebrew wine. I've just reviewed actually the blueberry one I did from Store Bought Juice. Not particularly impressed with that. Did have issues with fermentation by the looks of things. Now this one is, and it's a little bit cloudy. It's supposed to be naturally cloudy. And it's off a recipe off the internet, Elderflower champagne recipe. So a friend of mine, Paul Bancroft, who's in America at the moment, the jammy bastard, I didn't swear, although I would. Yeah, he's off in America at the moment at Walt Disney World. Oh, I could cry, I want to be there myself. But anyway, get back to the review. Yeah, he showed me a review for Elderflower champagne. And I thought, I'll go and do that. So one night, I had a kick about with the lad, my little one, on the ring road, we're near to where I live, and we've got a meadow next door where there's all elderflowers. They're slightly going over at that stage. So I picked a load, and oh my god, the bloody flies in the elderflower. Got it in the arse. I washed tons of flies out of it, and you know, pain in the backside. So, and I've not tasted this yet, so even I don't know what it's going to taste like. So I did that, got, you know, diluted the sugar down with hot water, dissolved the sugar rather, hot and cold up to 24 litres, then added the elderflower, sprinkled them on the top. And elderflower contains a yeast itself, so it, you know, you can put yeast on, but you don't need to. But I did, just to add yeast to it, because I put some sparkling yeast, wine yeast, just to make sure that I got the very best fermentation. Then I put 6 kilos of sugar in a 24 litre mix. So, you know, and gave it a couple of weeks. I had to sieve it to get rid of any bits of elderflower or any flies that was in there. And it's already blown one bottle. This is cleared since I originally bottled it. It was a bit murky, but that was expected. It said it would clear over time, and I've had it with my ginger wine and rhubarb wine where they cleared over time, because you're not really supposed to add stabilisers to it. So this is a sparkling wine. Now I'm gonna have to do this so you can actually see, because I reckon. Can you see down here? You can see there, but you can't see down there, can you? Okay. My daughter gave me this yesterday. A great one day when we do cocktails. So, and the bottle is as solid as you can get. If you look there, it's supposed to be flat, that is. It's raised. And that tells you that it's going to fizz up like a bugger. Oof. And I'm fucking soaked. Oh. So, wow, did that fizz up. So the only real way to do it, if you can see this, is I'm dropping it in bit by bit. Got it all down there. I've got stains all up the wall at the back. Good thing I'm bringing some paint. Right, so still cloudy. Not really sure about the smell. it's going to be one of them where it's either going to be nice or it's going to be bloody rancid. Initial first dib wasn't too bad, so we'll try a bit of a bigger dib. Not really as sparkly as I was hoping for, you know. It soon fizzled out. It's made. There's elderflower there, a little bit of lemon. You can taste the elderflower and lemon. To me, it's made a cloudy sweet wine and a strong sweet wine. Oh, it's actually got some potency in the flavours as well. It's oh, really hard to describe. You know, it's obviously it's a country recipe. It's a one-off for me. I won't be doing it again. You know, it's been trying odd things just to experiment, as you do. You know, when you're brewing, you want to experiment, but all I can say is it's gone still very quickly, which is slight disappointing. You know, I was expecting for it to be sparkly. Because when you look at the bottle, well, you've seen how much came out, because it was everywhere. Yeah, I've got to take my son swimming this afternoon as well. And smell a right trooper. Do you know, it reminds me of a white port more than anything else. The strength is very, you know, you can tell it's similar to a port in strength. You know, if it was red, I'd have said it was definitely a port or a very strong champagne, sherry rather. Oh, God, I don't have much of this. Not when I'm driving. That's why I only bought only a little taster. So, very surprisingly, I mean, you look in there, still fizzing away. Still fizzing away inside. The carbonation inside's amazing. But when you pour it, the carbonation is, you know, the sparkliness is quite lacklustre. Saying that, it's made a very strong drink. Whether I've done it exactly to the method they used, I probably didn't, you know, don't take much notice after a certain amount, and you know, but it's pleasant, it's certainly strong. It's not something you'd want more of a glass of every now and again. You know, if you drank a bottle of this, you would be absolutely on your back. But saying that, you know, it is a nice drink. Yeah, definitely a white port type sherry experience to it. So, you know, to make a white port from elderflower, you know, that is something. So, out of 5, is a weird thing, you know. What do you give it for an homemade drink that certainly drowned me? I'll give it about a 3.5 out of 5. I'm not going to give it any higher than that. I don't think it deserves any higher than that. Slightly because it should have been fizzy, not bloody flat, which is really surprising. But yeah, taste wise, cannot fault it. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. You know, it's and strength wise, wow. You know, nowhere near that strong. So impressive in two ways. Both slightly not impressed with the sparkling factor, because the bottle was absolutely thriving there. You know, but with the drinkability factor, very drinkable, very strong. And I'm going to give a couple of my mates at work some of this, and the ones that can drink, and see how they go on, see what they think about it. Should be interesting. Oh, that is potent. Thanks for watching. See you soon.